I'm going to make some mini peach cobblers, and I'm going to use the puff pastry sheets. So I've got my fruit wedger, I've got some butter, some vanilla flavoring, I've got cinnamon, flour, and sugar, and I'll be mixing all this together in the batter bowl, and then I'm going to bake mine in the mini cast iron 5.5-inch skillets. So let's put these together. When you use the fruit wedger, you're going to get 12 slices. It's got little notches here that you just line up with the base and then just gently rock it down. Just like that, we've got all sliced up. So now I'll just take that pit and remove it, and then I will just dump these consistent sized peaches right in that batter bowl. So let's do that again. I love using the wedger, y'all. You don't have to try to do this by hand and get that juice all over you. So I'll use the mini whipper, and I've got my flour, sugar, and cinnamon in there, kind of sifting it together and getting it smooth. Then I'm just going to be pouring that on top of the peaches. You want to just toss it gently once you get it all in there, and try to get it coated on as much of the peaches as you can. I'll also be adding in a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, and then I'll gently toss that together and let all those flavors get to know each other and sit over there and be happy until we're ready for them. So I'll take that butter and grease the bottom of my mini cast iron skillets. You let that pastry dough sit out long enough to get room temperature so you can open it and unfold it without it tearing. So I'll take the nylon knife and cut down the center, and then I'll turn it and cut those in half again. So you just take the dough and gently press it in your hand and put it in the bottom of the pan and just kind of form it up the sides just a little bit. So I've got it all done. All my peaches are over there being happy, and we're ready to put them in. So I'll divide the mixture evenly between the two pans, and you will have some liquid left, which is fine. You don't want too much liquid in there or it will make your dough soggy. So the butter I use to grease the pans, I will now cut and just put little dollops of it on top of each one. Doesn't it look delicious? So now I'll take my final pieces of dough that I have left and put on top. No particular way, just kind of lay it on top and make sure everything's covered. So they are now ready to be baked. You can do these in the oven, but today I'm going to do mine in the air fryer. I've got them both in there, and I'm going to use the custom setting for 15 minutes, and I'm going to change the temperature to 375 degrees. When they have cooked halfway, the air fryer beeps, and it lets me know it's time to rotate these. I'll take the one that was on the bottom and move it to the top. And then I'll take the one that was on the top and move it to the bottom. So now they are all done, y'all. Just look at these. Don't they look delicious? They just need some ice cream or powdered sugar, but my husband likes that icing. I call it a little glaze on his. So while they're cooling a little bit, I mixed up my glaze, which is just powdered sugar, milk, and vanilla flavoring. And you just stir it and get it a consistency that you like. So you can drizzle it on or pour it on. I usually just take my spoon and just drizzle it over the top. And you do want to wait until these cool a little bit before you add the frosting or glaze on top, or it will just melt if it's too hot. You'll still taste it, but you just won't see it. But it is so delicious, y'all. I've got them all done. So now I'll try to get one out of here and let you see them. Normally we would just eat ours right out of the pan, but I want you to see it. So I'm going to lift that out. Have mercy. Single serving is what it is, but it's still kind of big. I'm going to cut it in half so you can see. It's just yummy, and you can use any fruit. And I love doing just chocolate in these sometimes, chocolate and nuts. So let's give it a taste. Have mercy, y'all. I wish every one of you could taste it. It's delicious. They're just as cute as they can be. And I hope you will try this recipe.